Man, did this dude forget that he had the body cam on or what?
How come when you tase a nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times?
Ooh! Yo, what up? It's your boy Rob, coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, make sure you hit that bell icon twice, and let's get into it. All right, so we got some content coming out of Georgia, and not to anybody's surprise, got some cops on a body cam saying some ridiculous stuff. In an article from ABC, a little bit of light shedded on this police situation. So, I gotta ask the question, man, like, I really just don't understand why so many people are in denial of this. You know what I mean? And when you put this kind of stuff out there, you have the pushback of these people saying, oh, if they just wouldn't talk about this, or if it's just in such a racist context. I mean, yeah, it's in a racist context because these people are behaving in a racist way. And as much as you may not want to, acknowledge that this stuff happens, it's out here. It's right here. So let's talk about it. All right. So here's the article right here, and it's from ABC News. And again, this article is from out of Georgia. All right. So let's check it out. All right. So it says police chief officer under fire after body cam video surfaces with racial slurs and explicit language. Imagine that, right? Because this never happens. So they got a little bit of a snippet, and it looks like the lens is curved a little bit, so it may be something from this body cam. So let's see what they're talking about. It's 2 minutes and 11 seconds long.
Just a taser, then how come when you tase a nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times?
Ooh, let's listen to it again. Man, did this dude forget that he had the body cam on or what? You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, I don't even know why anybody would be, I really don't know why at this point in the game, people are surprised or shocked by any of this kind of behavior. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, this is what it is. This is dinner time talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's slurping spaghetti saying this kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So let's check this out one more time. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to this idiot.
Well, he didn't have to shoot him. It's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times?
Man, enjoy your pension, asshole. You're done. You know what I'm saying? You're done.
Well, he didn't have to shoot him. It's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times?
This video shows two law enforcement officers wearing body cams and having a conversation that would later lead to Hamilton Chief Police Gene Almond and Officer John Brooks both being out of a job.
A body cam used by the city was being inspected because we'd been informed that the body cam did not work. But when it was looked at, it was determined that the body cam actually had a full memory of video.
Oops. Whoops.
The two police officers accidentally recorded themselves on their body cams, not knowing the devices actually worked.
Now, I try to tell people about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to being a police officer, police, if you're a good police officer, you know what I'm saying? And there are good police officers out there. You don't do stuff like this. But the idiots that do stuff like this are very low IQ, very, low impulse control. These individuals are anxious, you know what I mean? Basically automatically racist. One of the reasons why they go into being a police officer. And again, this is basic, dinner talk. And as far as I'm concerned, they should have internal affairs look into these people, man, because a lot of these type of police officers with this kind of mentality, we just had this whole issue with this Chad Wheeler dude. I mean, these are the type that have mental instabilities and beat the crap out of their wives. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is something that is common knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Hamilton's Mayor Pro Tem Ransom Farley was the one to find the video.
It was disgusting. Because I had to leave the room. 'cause I couldn't believe what I could and I couldn't at the same time believe what I heard.
The N-word was heard in the video. The police officer talked about who he'd rather have sex with, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms or voting rights activist Stacey Abrams.
Oh, man. So, I mean, right there, that's the whole fetishizing thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many talking points are validated in this? You know what I mean? I mean, these people are disgusting, and these are the people that are supposed to protect and serve. I'm saying this dude wanted to serve up some activists, you know what I'm saying, and some black congresswomen, you know what I'm saying, with some schlong. You know what I mean? He ain't trying to protect nobody. Probably ain't even trying to protect himself or herself if he had the opportunity to serve that schlong. You feel me? Sick bastard. You feel me? Unreal. Actually, very real.
In another portion of the recorded conversation, one of the men talks about slavery.
Seems to me like they furnished them a house to live in. They furnished them clothes to put on their back. They furnished them food to put on their table, and all they had to do was fucking work.
Now, I talk about this all the time, how the population at large, for the most part, I would say like 98% of them literally thought that they were doing people a favor through slavery. This is why when it's talked about, they downplay it. Oh, well, the Irish had it just as bad. Really? It's funny because maybe black people are just that weak that we have residual effects from being treated like Jeffrey on Fresh Prince in your eyes, right? You know what I'm saying? And again, you could get, mad or whatever and say whatever you want to. Thumbs down the video, report it. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? YouTube decided not to monetize my channel anyway, but the facts of the matter are, you know what I'm saying? Like, my talking points are right. You know what I'm saying? You listen to a lot of these people like Jared Taylor, and he'd give a talking point where he spoke to somebody in Africa who said the only reason why we're not doing as well is because the French didn't colonize us. Here you listen to this prick, you know what I'm saying? He's saying how good people had it in slavery. All they had to do was just work. It's the same as today, right, idiot? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unbelievable. But the thing is, if I bring this up, you know what I'm saying? Like, me just talking about this, me just making this video, I'm an angry, ungrateful minority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be happy that, you know what I mean, they went over and civilized our savage asses, right? According to this dude. But then if you actually had this conversation or talk to somebody, they'll be like, nah, this ain't how we think. This ain't how we feel. What's this? I mean, what's this? You know what I'm saying? Like, if some black people commit a crime, you want to try to assign those crime statistics to every single black person. Oh, the high testosterone cause them to be low impulse control and low IQ. All right, cool. You want to do that? That's fine. So when I hear something like this, then guess what? This goes to all y'all. Now, you know what I'm saying? Is that fair? Do you like that? But if I do that, then I'm some kind of racist. That's what you call, quote, reverse racism. Do you hear me using racial slurs? Do you hear me talking about a broad group of people in a disparaging way? Do you hear me saying that when crimes are committed against another group of people, it's me doing them a favor? No. You know what I'm saying? That's Hitler and United States of America, population at large, and government talking points. It's not anything anybody like me ever said. You know what I'm saying? So, like what now?
And now we give them all those things and they don't have to fucking work.
After viewing the video, it took...
So again, this dude has clearly been reading Breitbart, listening to Fox. He says that we give all of this stuff to them, and so now they don't have to work. Well, in case you didn't notice, one of the biggest issues that people have with the politicians who have been in office, including the one that's in office currently, Joe Biden, is that nothing is ever done that actually affects us in a positive way as far as any government grants or endowments. You talking about slavery, people that was descendants of slaves haven't gotten anything from this country except for our asses beat by people like you, police officers, idiot.
City leaders about an hour and a half to take action, letting the chief and the officer know they would be fired if they didn't resign.
Needed to no longer work for the city of Hamilton.
Man, you got to be kidding me. There's no inherent, knowledge that, when being found doing this kind of behavior, that somebody would get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this newscaster talking about? It's been people that's been given paid vacation for killing people. You talking about, you think they would get fired for some words? See, this is what I'm talking about with the news media bias. Even this reporter has some kind of inherent bias. Like, she literally thinks that because this tape surfaced, it's an automatic termination for these people. When a death, a murder, a kill, an assassination isn't even an automatic termination for these people. Come on, man. Or do we live in the same reality?
Hamilton.
They both resigned Monday, but the officer was supposed to turn in his gear by Wednesday, and Officer John Brooks did not do so, according to the city attorney.
He gonna
That's
keep
when
that
the city
gear.
terminated him.
Oh, that dude's gonna keep
better,
the gear.
this or this?
You know what I'm saying? He don't even think he had to get a gear up. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro, the jig's up. You messed up big time. You feel me? So now here it says a police chief and officer in Hamilton, Georgia, are out from their positions after a video surfaced of comments both are seen making at a Black Lives Matter protest. ABC News affiliate WTVM reported, and here is the actual article that they're talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, when they were making these, I'm gonna say average everyday comments, because this is what the average everyday person says. They just don't say it out loud with a camera on them like these idiots did. You know what I'm saying? But apparently they were at some kind of Black Lives Matter protest. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. As far as Black Lives Matter goes, everybody knows Black Lives Matter don't do nothing anyway. And if these people were so, high IQ and high intelligence as they act like, then they would already know, that a lot of people aren't satisfied with Black Lives Matter and, the whole anti-male thing that Black Lives Matter has going on. You know what I'm saying? But, these people, they like to deny reality. And just because they say something because they have a badge and a gun on their waist, you know what I mean? Like, it makes it right. You feel me? Guess what? You also had a body cam on. So, luck's up. You know what I'm saying? Good luck paying your bills for the rest of your life, dummy. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to this article and see what else it's saying. So here it says the Hamilton Police Department Chief Gene Allman is reported to have resigned, and Patrolman John Brooks was terminated, according to assistant to the Hamilton Mayor Julie Brown, WTVM reported. Both officers were wearing body cams at a BLM protest in Hamilton in June 2020. The video has since been made public. In the video, a man speaking off camera and a man on camera make several comments with racial slurs and explicit language. The off-camera speaker presumably makes reference to the June 2020 fatal police shooting of 27-year-old Rayshard Brooks, who was shot after allegedly grabbing a police officer's taser following a struggle during a field sobriety test. The incident led to BLM protests, the resignation of Atlanta Police Chief Erica Shields, and the firing of Officer Garrett Rolfe. All right. So now here it says Brown told WTVM that the mayor and city council acted quickly to remove the chief and patrolman after viewing the video for the first time on Monday. This is what they said. It was disgusting. Man, y'all don't care about this, man. Like, it's just so funny. They know that half these people feel this way, and anytime some evidence surface of these people in this degenerate behavior, you know what I'm saying, they want to sit there and say something like, oh, it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? What you hire these people for then? You know what I mean? If it's so disgusting, then when you see all of these incidents of things like this happening, why don't y'all do anything about it? You know what I mean? Like, y'all just sit there and let it happen. So don't sit there with the fake outrage and the nonsense talking about it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? You recruited this dude because he behaves like this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You use racial slurs, you're hired. Get out of here, man. So, yeah, so here it says the fact they were on duty when we found out they were terminated in a half an hour time, he said. I thank God we caught it, Farley said. When you're a police officer and you have that type of frame of mind, how can you protect and serve? Facts. Attempts to reach the Hamilton Police Department, Allman and Brooks were unsuccessful. Yeah, they don't want you calling around. You know what I'm saying? They're busy on Indeed. You know what I'm saying? Because they got fired, Indeed, and trying to find some new jobs. You feel me? All right. So, basically this article for the most part says the same thing as the other one. I'm going to link both of these in the description box. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's really about it. So, yet again, another instance of police being caught being disgusting. And you know what? Let's actually watch that one more time because, sorry, there's so many people that deny that this kind of stuff actually happens. Let's just check this video out just one more again. Go past this ad real quick, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll take a look at it. All right? Funny, man. Unbelievable. Actually very believable. I'm lying.
You didn't have to shoot him, it's just a taser. Then how come when you it's like you done killed him 27 times?
This video shows two law enforcement officers wearing body cams and having a conversation that would later lead to Hamilton Chief Police Gene Almond and Officer John Brooks both being out of a job.
A body cam used by the city was being inspected because we'd been informed that the body cam did not work. But when it was looked at, it was determined that the body cam actually had a full memory of video.
Oops.
The two police officers accidentally recorded themselves on their body cams, not knowing the devices actually worked. Hamilton's Mayor Pro Tem Ransom Farley was the one to find the video.
Dummy.
It was disgusting. Because I had to leave the room.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
Because I couldn't believe.
Well, you better believe that's probably the problem. That's the problem, that in the city that you are in, that you keep getting, you know what I'm saying, useless officers like this because you didn't believe. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021. Believe it.
I couldn't believe I could and I couldn't at the same time believe what I heard.
The N-word was heard in the video. The police officer talked about who he'd rather have sex with, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms or voting rights activist Stacey Abrams. In another portion of the recorded conversation, one of the men talks about slavery.
Seems to me like they furnished him a house to live in. They furnished them clothes to put on their back. They furnished them food to put on their table, and all they had to do was fucking work. And now we give them all those things, and they don't have to fucking work. That's it.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
After viewing the video, it took city leaders about an hour and a half to take action, letting the chief and the officer know they would be fired if they didn't resign.
Needed to no longer work for the city of Hamilton.
They both resigned Monday, but the officer was supposed to turn in his gear by Wednesday, and Officer John Brooks did not do so, according to the city attorney. That's when
this dude ain't even turn in his gear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, lame.
The city terminated him.
Finally moved in.
Unreal. What do you say? Something like saying, I don't know, but this is what I gotta say to y'all. That's the end of the video. So hopefully you watched this video all the way through. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. You know what I mean? And make sure that when you go all the way through to the end, you hit the links at the end of the video and check out some related content. All right. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.